Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel for everything Arsenal and everything football. Thanks for being here. I hope you're all doing well. And Arsenal 2, Tottenham 1. Fun come with me, abbisummers. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm a little bit angry, but it's okay.
Yeah, by the way, that's she is a Tottenham fan, brilliant Tottenham fan. Make sure you go check her out on Twitter at abbisummers. So, just a short fun come with you. What did you make of your starting lineup and your tactics for the game?
Starting lineup, I had no issue with. I was actually happy with the team.
Yeah,
Obviously, bar Matt Doherty. I think that everyone feels the same way. Who's a Spurs fan when you see him. I was quite surprised he didn't go for Aurier because he played the other night, and as far as I'm aware, Aurier can play 2 or 3 games in a week.
yeah,
Didn't know that he now couldn't. So apart
yeah,
from that omission, I was very happy with the lineup. I had no issues. Um,
yeah,
Genuinely, I didn't foresee the game going how it went. I didn't see an Arsenal win today. I thought it would be a draw, but
yeah.
it genuinely it didn't cross my mind that we would have lost that. Honestly,
Yeah. Yeah. So for me, when I saw your squad, I was like, this is literally a very good squad. Like Bale, Kane, Son, Ndombele, and Hoybe in the middle, very, very strong. And you didn't play the likes of Dyer, Davis, or the calamity defenders, kind of calamity defenders. So I was like, this is very strong. So first half wise, Mourinho had his post-match reaction, and he actually said that you didn't deserve a 1-1 draw. Or what did you make of that first half?
the first half I thought we were awful. Obviously,
Mm.
the goal is an incredible goal.
Yeah.
Any sorry, my dog is about to walk on top of me. Sit down, sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Makes
it's
it. Yeah.
to score a goal like that in a game like that is the audacity of it. And it was incredible. Completely against
Yeah.
the run of play because I thought you guys were by far the better team in the first half. I thought we
Yeah.
didn't know what we were doing. I thought we looked really panicky. And I think we gave you we played right into your hands. You
Yeah.
played to our weaknesses, and we didn't play to any of yours. So obviously the goal came. We've got another special guest. The goal came and against everything, and it was great. But it was always I
Yeah.
felt it was inevitable. You hit the post twice, and I felt
Yeah.
it was inevitable you were going to get a goal. But with us,
Yeah.
we can always break and counter, and we could get another one. So I didn't fear that we wouldn't do that again. But look, you guys fully deserved a win today. I can't even lie about it.
So, what are your thoughts on Doherty? Because in that first half, he was being ripped apart on that side. So, do you prefer Aurier or Doherty, or are you definitely going to try to sign a player in the summer at right back?
I would much prefer Serge Aurier, which should tell you everything you need to know when you have the two of them. I
Yeah,
think that I'll be honest. I think that Aurier has improved a lot under Jose. I really do. I don't think he's half as error prone as he was in previous seasons. The
yeah,
reason to sign Matt Doherty from Wolves was because to replace Aurier in a way, or whether or not it was to push him into being a better player or to replace him, because none of us thought that Doherty was bad at Wolves. We all kind of rated him in the position he played in that fullback role. But since coming to Tottenham, he's just been awful, and I don't like to rip players apart. I really don't. But it's just not working, and I think that if he obviously doesn't trust Aurier to play in a game like today for whatever reason, I'm not having the argument of rotation. Um,
yeah,
Personally, he played against Zagreb the other night. I think he's more than capable to play again today. Then you've got to sign another right back, and it's a position that's
yeah,
been a problem since we got rid of Carl Walker.
yeah,
And it's an issue we need to resolve.
yeah. I remember Trippier is also quite good in that position. Maybe not defensively, not so much. But I also saw you tweeting about not why was the reason. What's the reason for having that kind of lineup and play
Mhm.
defensively? So, what did you make of that? I saw you complaining a lot about that
Well,
for
when I
Mourinho.
saw the team, I was
Yeah,
happy. I thought amazing. I thought he's sacked off this whole defensive mindset and mentality. He knows what's good for Tottenham, which is going forward. Having Bale, Kane, Son, obviously lost on
yeah,
early on. Whether or not it would have changed the game, I don't know. Probably not by the tactics and how we set up. I don't think the players looked up for it at all. Bar Lamella, regardless of the fact he got sent off, and Lucas Moura, I'd also give a shout out to. It's very rare you see Harry Kane have hardly any touches in a game. Potentially, he's
mhm,
carrying an injury. But I was disappointed because I felt like he picked the right team. Is it his tactics that are holding them back and asking them to sit and just defend, or he
Yeah.
constantly says it's not him that's telling them to do that. But I struggle to think that these players are doing it on their own accord. They're attack-minded
Yeah.
players. They were attack-minded players like Pochettino for 5.5 years. I highly doubt that they've decided that they want to sit and hold in a North London derby. When
Yeah.
they were 1-0 up. Regardless of it, being deserved or not. And I don't think he's out and out to blame. I think it's a bit of both.
Mm-hmm. Lamelo's quite good. Is that the best ever Tottenham goal you've seen? Because I was like, if you guys end up winning the game after scoring that, I will have nightmares for the next 2 years.
I mean, we're always going to talk about the fact that, okay, yes, we lost the
Yeah.
game. Yes, he got sent
Yeah.
off. But, I mean, it's an incredible goal. I mean, just
Mm-hmm.
outrageously good. And to do
Yeah.
it in a derby, I mean, you've got to have some bollocks to do that. And
Yeah.
Lamela is a player that divides opinion. I like him. Yes, he hasn't probably lived up to the potential that we set when we signed him in replacement for Bale. He's had a lot of
Yeah.
injuries, but I think with Lamela you can't doubt his passion and his fight and his and every time he comes on he brings that level of energy, which I would
Mm-hmm.
hope that a lot more of them would show. And when he came on today, he was the only bright spark that I saw outside of Lucas Moura. And okay, yes, he got
Mm-hmm.
sent off, and that passion, was a little bit too much, and he probably should have been
Yeah.
smarter. But it's a derby. He knows what it's about. All of those players, Harry Kane, Gareth Bale, they've played in these games time and time again, and you should
Mm-hmm.
be. This is the game that you have to be up for. And I just felt like no one was up for it today. No one took it
Mm-hmm.
seriously. And I like, regardless of the tactics, I think the players also have a lot to answer for as well.
Yeah. Kane was pretty good in those last 10 minutes. When you had 10 men, he could have had a hat trick in those last 10 minutes. One was offside, one was a free kick that hit the post, and a good clearance from Gabriel. So last we wanted to ask you about is Lucas Moura. So would you take 25 million if someone came for him this summer?
For Lucas Moura?
Yeah.
It's a difficult one because I feel like every Spurs fan is very nostalgic when it comes to Moura because everything that happened in the Champions League, and I feel like up until a couple games you can't doubt his passion and love for the club. We all know he loves Tottenham, but I would say his contributions lack quite a lot. For 25 million, you have to look at it. Could you get a better player for that price? Probably not. I mean, it's not that much money. Would it benefit us to sell him or not? He wouldn't be at the top of my list of who to get rid of. So I don't know. It would really depend on to what else is going on in the transfer market. But for me, the right back area and the defence is the most important area that we should be looking at.
Yeah, so I can see currently you have 45 points and Chelsea are on 51. So that's 6 points and you still have a game in hand. So what's your target for the rest of the season? Plus you're in the quarterfinal of the Europa League as well. Basically.
Yeah. Look, it's not over by any stretch. Today would have been really nice to win and just, obviously close that gap a little bit more with that game in hand. I feel like it's very, very tight. It's really anyone's to finish in those top four, the other top three spots, sorry, aside from Manchester City. For me, it's about winning a trophy this season. I think we all know that's what Jose was brought in to do. You don't take a gamble on getting rid of Pochettino after everything he did if it's not to win a trophy. So for me, the Carabao Cup is going to be tough against Manchester City, but it's a one-off game. And if everyone turns up, it's not out of the realms that it could happen. But for me, the Europa League is really, really important. And I think that as the season goes on, if it doesn't, if the league is just looking less and less likely we'll finish top four, I think that Jose will put his eggs in that Europa League basket.
Yeah, I think now that Arsenal and Tottenham are probably through to the next one, we have to take it seriously, both of us. There's a chance for another game between us this season. So last question for you, tough question. Would you replace Mourinho at the end of the season?
No, I wouldn't at the moment. Purely for the fact. Well, I'm not one of these fans. I'm quite on the fence. I'm not one of these people that are very Jose in or Jose out. I feel like if I look at the bigger picture, I understand why people get very frustrated. I too get very frustrated with those same things. However, I don't think we're going to be doing that much investment this summer because of COVID. I don't foresee. If we were to get another manager like a Nagelsmann, it's another project. And I just think the amount of money it will cost to get rid of Mourinho, he's on £15 million a year. I don't think it's worth it to do the payout personally. And I also think that if any manager, you know, you have to, regardless of what people think of Jose Mourinho, his resume does speak for itself. He's won something everywhere he's gone. Okay. And like, if he can't do it, please don't bark. My dog might bark. if he can't do it at Spurs, then I don't know. You know, I don't know who could do it, because for him to come to a club and not win any type of trophy, I just can't foresee that happening. So that's what Spurs need to do. They've been through the projects. They've got to this point. You know, whether or not the squad is good enough now as it was under Pochettino is up for debate. But I don't think someone could. I don't think anyone is more likely to win a trophy than Jose with this squad.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. But yeah, as you can see, everything on screen is red. And Abby, that's not the only thing that is red. You do know North London is red as well. Thank you for coming on. Make sure you check out her content. She was just the other day making a combined 11, and she always does brilliant content. I think you're actually the one who can tell them well. Where can they follow you, and which other projects do you have coming up?
You can follow me on Twitter at Abbi_Summers, which is in my name right here. On Instagram, it's at abbisummers, no underscore. And projects I work with Sony Sports India, so I get to go to a few of the games and cover them for those cup games and Europa League games. So hopefully I'll be back. Should we get through to the next round? Didn't manage to cover Zagreb, but hopefully I'll be doing the next one. Other projects, I do a podcast called Run of Play with 3 guys, 2 of which are from Copper 90, which I'm sure lots of people will have heard of, the football culture channel. And the podcast is not Spurs related. It's all about football culture. So, you know, whether it's talking about football shirts, you know, we have guests on that are collector's items, and, you know, they have thousands of shirts, or people that infiltrate ultras groups and, you know, live mental journeys through doing things like that. So that's at Run of Play, and you can find us on Twitter and Instagram.
Did you guys hear all those W's in like 1 minute? So many. But thank you for coming on. I'll definitely have you back sometime soon to do a more wider show. But yeah, good luck for the rest of the season. Shout out to the dog as well. Thank you for watching. Keep staying safe, and I'll catch up with you guys later.
Bye.